A Shalom Akyam Wa'akwath of the elect of the nation of Israel. Welcome back to another video entitled A Personal Testimony in the topic of earthquakes and heavy rain. Okay, heavy rain and earthquakes, which are combinations meant to destroy a society's infrastructure. Okay, these are supernatural events that happen during the mainly during the winter season, but because we are in the year of the prophecies of Yahweh Shem Shai coming to pass, they are going to intensify. And before I go any further, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakah Kwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, which are the men that taught me the 100% truth according to the Holy Scriptures. And this is a article from SF Gate, right, San Francisco Gate, entitled "More Rain on the Way. 3 storms set to slam the San Francisco Bay Area." Now, this is in January 6th. Okay, there's a January 6th article of the year 2023. Now, my testimony back in 2018, around this exact date, okay, around January 3, January 7, I experienced, because I was at some point during 2 seasons, I was living in San Francisco, mainly around the Mission, Mission / Castro area. And during my first week there, and during the same time of the month, January, the season of winter, back in 2018, man. That same event of the heavy combinations of a storm, heavy rain and an earthquake, it actually happened. And I experienced this, I believe it was during the late night, like around between 10 p.m. 2 a.m. Because there was a couple of aftershocks, man. So first, what happened was there was a heavy rain, a heavy storm, and then after that there was an earthquake. This is an article from USA Today, published in January 4, 2018. So there's my testimony. I was actually here. I actually experienced these events. It says a magnitude of 4.4 earthquake near Berkeley shakes San Francisco area. Now again, this is in 2018. This was exactly, was it 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 5 years ago. It says a magnitude of 4.4 earthquake struck the San Francisco area before dawn Thursday, rattling windows and silverware and waking many residents but causing little apparent damage. Yeah, and I remember I was in my room, and I was just like the scripture says, Jacob dwelt in tents, as Israelites, as a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American men primarily. We like to be laid back, watch a sports game, whether it's soccer, football, basketball, track and field, boxing, MMA, or watching Comedy Central, some anime. You just want to chill, right? But then, you're chilling, and then, Yahweh Shem Shai makes a prophecy come to pass. Luke 21:11. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences, and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. The point is what? Great earthquakes. And in San Francisco, man, that's one of the capitals of the hotspot for great earthquakes. It says rattling windows and silverware and waking many residents but causing little apparent damage. Yeah, so again, going back to my testimony, I was in my room, kicking back, when all of a sudden, man, and this is before I came into the truth, okay, you know, uh, all hell started breaking loose, man. You see, and the last time I felt an earthquake this strong, okay, that was actually back. I think that was in 2011, 2010 during Easter Day. There was a earthquake here in San Diego. Okay, so I'm not a brother that's very common. Okay, very intact or experienced in earthquakes, man. But this one, it actually woke me up. Like, what the fuck, the hell going on here, man? I'm right here chilling, and it's raining heavy. Now there's an earthquake. It's like a combination, man. You see, it says the quake at 2:39 a.m. local time was centered 1.9 miles from Berkeley. It says, in the event of an earthquake while sleeping, stay in bed. Cover your head with a pillow until the shaking stops. Which if that's gonna so-called save you, man. But I guess that's the protocols of Esau, right? Put a pillow, okay, on your head while there's an earthquake, and if the ceiling falls, hopefully that pillow will save you from that, from that strike. It says Berkeley Major Jesse Oregwin tweeted, today's Berkeley quake measured around 4.4. There is no tsunami expected, and departments are working on preliminary damage reports. So there's an example of what happened back in January 4, 2018 in San Francisco, man. Okay, and this earthquake though was 4.4, man. Hey, it actually moved. It moved the apartment, man. It moved the streets. You heard a couple of cars, vehicles, you know, um, you know, vehicles honking, the alarm sounding. Just all hell breaking loose for about an hour, man. But around this same time, that's what's happening this year, the year 2023. But now it's more intensified, man. So that's why I tell brothers to around this season, always be on the lookout for earthquakes, especially here in California, between the south central, around L.A., San Francisco, more south of the border between Baja California and San Diego, man, and around that area, it's known as the San Andres fault. There's a very sensitive fault. There's a fault line. If brothers ever go to you want to travel, maybe you want to go around uh Salton Lake. Okay, between Salton Lake, I think is when you take the 5, Salton Lake, or if you take the Greyhound, like if you want to travel between there and even going through I think heading to the state of Arizona, you can see the actual, okay, you can see the actual fault, okay, of the San Andreas fault, okay, and you can see a lot of examples in movies. There was one movie, okay, a couple years back by The Rock, okay. For those of you who don't know who The Rock is, okay, Dwayne Johnson, he used to be a display figure during the WWE era, but now he's a so-called famous, okay, movie star. He made a movie called the San Andreas Fault back in 2015. You see, and this is it started, I think, in San Francisco. I haven't seen the movie, but I saw the trailer. Okay, so hey, but Lord's will, I'm able to see this movie. But this is a trailer, man. There's an example. Matter of fact, I might have to screenshot this and post it on my thumbnail. But in an event of a catastrophic, okay, prophetic event, man, based upon Yahweh Shemel Shai's power, if there's ever a earthquake over 7.0 and it affects the very sensitive San Andreas fault, this is what's going to happen. You see, um, tsunamis, tempest, the infrastructure is all going to get destroyed. You see, and that's what's going to happen. In the latter times, Yahweh Shai said in red letters. Okay, this is him speaking, which ultimately is the Heavenly Father speaking as well. Yahweh Shema Shai says, Luke 21:11, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines. Yeah, because earthquakes, when there's a great earthquake in a city, whether it's a state or a nation, it destroys the infrastructure, and that causes, okay, that specific area to lose thousands of millions of dollars, man, and that's gonna cause a lot of famines. It's gonna cause pestilences, sickness, people getting all kinds of you know diseases, viruses, because of the lack of food, nutrients, because of an earthquake, like a domino effect, right? Fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. And Yahweh Shai always shows his signs, whether it's in the form of a chariot, solar eclipse, a lunar eclipse. These are all signs, man. And that's what's happening in the year of all the prophecies coming to pass. So it says the wet, again, this is January 4th, 2023. The wet, windy weather is far from over. The National Weather Service Weather Prediction Center is sounding the alarm bells with two more well-defined storms set to sweep California from Saturday to Tuesday. So from the weekend to Tuesday on the weekday, that's around what, like 4 or 5 days of all hell breaking loose, man, bringing more rain at a time when the state has already been soaked by recent storms. And there's a hypocrisy of Esau eating the so-called white man. You see, Esau always, bitches and cries about how there's no water in California, there's a drought. But now that there's rain coming, now Esau's tripping. Now it's too much rain. So which one is it? You either want it or you don't. You see, but that's man. That's man in his pride. He tried to tempt the Lord. Hey, well, the Lord's gonna give you more than you desired, man. To see, okay, how are you gonna buckle up against him? See, but now Esau's bitching about it, and well, guess what? Now Yahweh Shema Shai, he's gonna have to, not only give you water, he's gonna give you earthquakes, man. He's gonna destroy your infrastructure. He's gonna cause, your roads to have, holes, sinkholes, and that's gonna affect the cars, the vehicles, especially if you have a very expensive one like a Tesla, a BMW of the year 2022, fucks up your tires. Send it to the mechanic. The mechanic's gonna tell you, hey, look, it's a new car, 2022. Hey, it's gonna be this much, around 2-3K to fix the tire, the rims, whatever, the suspension. Okay, these are all examples, okay, of judgment, man, that's gonna happen amongst those who live in Southern California, that live in that hotspot of the San Andreas fault, man, when all hell break loose. Weather models are hinting at a third storm, and the rain could continue until mid-January in this relentless period of wet weather. The center is warning residents of northern and central California that considerable floods, impacts, and dangerous mountain travel will resume Saturday and carry into Tuesday. You see that? Thankfully, the region is getting a break back from the rain Friday, offering opportunity to clear gutters and storm drains, check trees around your home, stock up on groceries, and go for a walk. Okay, so there's the article from SF Gate. Let me get another precept. Okay, as a second testimony. Okay, because out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall every word be established. Okay, so we already got one in Luke 21:11. concerning earthquakes. Now let's go into Second Ezra 9:1. He answered me and said, now the he that's speaking about the angel Uriel. Okay, there's a specific angel, okay, or even angels that deal with particular brothers, okay, based upon their lot, based upon prophecy. And in this example, there's the angel Uriel, who came to Esdras and gave him the prophecies of the last days of Esau's kingdom, what's going to happen before his kingdom collapses, okay, entirely. It says Second Ezra 2:9. He answered me and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs, you see parts of the signs, we just read about the signs in Luke 21:11. And there shall be fearful sights, and what? And great signs shall there be from heaven. So the Lord is showing us, brothers, signs in the heavens. Okay, not only that, but in dreams and visions, how the Lord's going to start, okay, making moves upon Babylon the Great, because they have made void the law, okay, pursuant to Psalms 119. So going back to 2 Ezra 9:1, he answered me and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand. You see, so a man of the Lord will, okay, completely understand, okay, that we're in the time, in the year, where Yahweh Shema Shai is going to start sending angels on the left side and the right side to save and destroy, okay, this earth, okay, save the elect and destroy the wicked. Yahweh Shema Shai is going to visit this world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen what? Earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and that's what's happening, man. Okay, when there's a lot of rain, I'm not a brother that's, qualified to speak about, concerning, the seismic activity that's going on the earth. I'm no professional on that, but what I do know and what I've seen through experience is that, especially, because I live in California, whenever there's a rain, heavy rain for maybe 2-3 days, obviously the roads start getting slippery because of the oil. Okay, but not only that, man, it attracts all these chemicals. Okay, and those chemicals. Okay, whenever you drive cars, it causes that friction, and a lot of friction is gonna make, okay, that infrastructure to get wet and loose. You see, and when there's a earthquake, okay, or whether it's a small earthquake or major earthquake, okay, specific road infrastructure or even concrete, okay, it's gonna fall apart, man. You see, and that's what's gonna cause a lot of a collapse, man, because it's weak. Okay, Esau uses very weak elements, weak material, okay, to keep his kingdom intact, man. You see. So again, I'm no professional. I have no. I'm not qualified to speak about, Esau's, wisdom when it comes to scientific terms. Okay, but I'm speaking through what I've seen through experience. When it rains, and stuff of that nature, man. But it says the days that were before thee from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world has a beginning. You see that? So Esau had a beginning. 1776. A major kingdom was generated. Rome 2.0, right? It had a beginning. It had its days. In the best days of Babylon, that was around the 1970s. Okay, the mid 1970s. But now what? And an end. And the end is manifest. You see that? The end is manifest. And we see that happening, man. Major earthquakes, floods, okay, tempest, all hell breaking loose, man, and Babylon the Great, the Lord saving the best for last. See, because you see all hell breaking loose in Latin America, where you have the Northern Kingdom, okay, Israelites, Issachar, Zebulon, okay, the various Caribbean islands of Benjamin and Reuben around the states, man. Um, which Reuben, being the firstborn of the brethren, okay, which are these so-called Seminole Indians, okay, who dwell primarily around, Florida, you know, Arizona and those various native states, okay. But now the Lord's gonna start, visiting all the states. See that? Saving the best for last. But there you go, man. Just my quick testimony. Okay, there's the season of heavy rain and earthquake combinations. Okay, and it's going to intensify as we head into late January, February. All hell breaking loose, man. Yahweh Shai moving upon the earth. With that one, say shalom.